As a leftist, I will be one of the few people who says that I believe that Donald Trump really did want to do a coup on January 6th. He just didn't know how to do a coup. You know what I mean? Like, he was an incompetent. He wanted to do it, but he didn't have the ability to effectuate it, which is kind of wild to say about a president, but also makes sense if you know how our institutions operate.
Wow.
And I think the thing that scares me a bit is that it's not Donald Trump per se. And this is why I bring this up, is I think it's actually the billionaire class in America has learned from Trump, and the Republican politicians have learned from Trump, and that fascism, they've become self-aware that there's really no rules, that they can do this. They can ban protests in Mississippi and nobody will do anything. They can. Like, look at the way that they're treating the students, the protesters against Gaza, with arrests and immediate. I mean, they're going after them way harsher than they went after the Occupy protests or the Black Lives Matter protests or the protests against the Vietnam War. When they protested the Vietnam War in Colombia, they occupied buildings. They went into the president's office. They stopped classes. They didn't just put tents in the fucking quad. And the violence that's being enacted on those protesters is even more ruthless. Like, we are in a different epoch. Liberal values do not exist, even among liberals. We have all been changed. You know, suppress the votes. They can ruthlessly gerrymander. They can just invent whatever logic they want at a Supreme Court. They can. There's not a constraint. You know, there isn't, these liberal norms are really falling away from the Republican Party as a whole. And I mean liberal in the sense of like, you know, respecting the minority and
political
political liberalism, pluralism and tolerance and a loyal opposition. I feel like those kind of beliefs are falling away towards a harder, more ruthless fascism. And we have this kind of like development. I think what's going on in Gaza, this is why it's so important to me, because everything that's happening in Gaza will be brought home to people like you and me, man. Like these drones that have guns on them and just shoot people and you know, targeting people with AI and all this stuff, this kind of techno-fascism is...
That's a great word.
Is coming for us, right? And it's just... That's what I worry about with Trump. It's not so much that I think Trump is especially dangerous. I think what he has done to our politics is already baked in. And, you know, obviously I don't want him in power. And this is something that I've been hammering on the whole conversation is we need a Republican Party that is defeated utterly by a Democratic Party that actually has a strategy of democratizing the system, thereby making it less vulnerable to somebody like Trump. Right. And they're not pushing for that.